Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a chilling case that shocked a quiet suburb in Florida. It's the story of love, betrayal, and a tragic ending. The forbidden fruit that led to a horrifying crime. Why do people commit such acts? Human nature is complex, with every action having its reason. This time, we're not talking about individuals with mental health issues or those whose jobs involve eliminating enemies. Instead, we'll explore motives like material gain, revenge, and accidental incidents. Most crimes occur domestically, often during seemingly minor conflicts. These acts of violence are not the cause, but the consequence of human spirit degradation, leaving a permanent mark. On the morning of January 12, 2019, it was reported that 65-year-old Michael Redlick had passed away. Known in his circles, the former NBA executive with the Memphis Grizzlies and a beloved professor at the University of Central Florida, Michael was initially thought to have died from a heart attack. However, upon the arrival of emergency services, it became clear that Mr. Redlick died from a stab wound to the chest. Various theories were considered, including self-inflicted harm, but forensic experts determined that the incident was a criminal act. The perpetrator was later identified as his beloved wife, Danielle Redlick. By June 2022, she stood trial, yet this story is not straightforward. She did not admit guilt for the intentional crime and frequently changed her testimony. The legal battle between the prosecution and defense was long and heated, ultimately leading to an unexpected verdict. What really happened in Winter Park, Florida? Who is the true victim? And could the tragedy have been prevented? Let's explore together. Sitting in the defendant's chair was 46-year-old Danielle Redlick, a woman of short stature and slim build, with chestnut hair that had visibly grayed. Whether due to the stress of her 3 years in custody or the turmoil of her situation, her appearance spoke volumes. Until 2019, Danielle was an ordinary working American woman, a mother of 2 children, and a specialist in multimedia communications. She was not particularly well known, but after the crime against her husband, her name frequently appeared in the media. Danielle was born in 1976 in Florida, and her family later moved to Cleveland, Ohio. She had a typical childhood, growing up kind and well-mannered, with a creative nature. As she matured, her appreciation for beauty intensified, leading her to enroll at Valencia College, where she earned an Associate of Arts degree. Later, she was admitted to the psychology department at Baldwin Wallace University. In 1996, Danielle's mother, Caitlin Aquino, remarried, but the marriage was short-lived, lasting only 2 years before Caitlin passed away from cancer. Caitlin had been battling breast cancer for a long time, receiving high-quality medical care thanks to her husband's comprehensive insurance. Unfortunately, the treatment did not yield the desired result, and Caitlin's death left her husband a widower and the sole guardian of her children. After Caitlin's death, Danielle, her brother and sister, along with their stepfather Michael Redlick, ended up under one roof. Yes, you heard right. The very same Michael who later became Danielle's husband. Initially, their relationship was built on friendship. Danielle took care of the younger kids and worked part-time at a bar, while Michael was building his career in professional sports, involved in player recruitment. He grew very attached to the children, who became like his own, and felt comfortable with Danielle. Over time, despite their 20-year age difference, they grew closer. Danielle initially didn't want to make their relationship public to her family, keeping it hidden for a while. With his new partner, Michael felt younger and more energetic, and she felt loved and protected. Thanks to his good connections, he found her a new job in an advertising agency, and things were going well for both of them. Eventually, Michael received a tempting job offer as the vice president of corporate sales for the Memphis Grizzlies basketball club, requiring a move to another state. He asked Danielle to join him, but she hesitated, not wanting to change her familiar lifestyle and still studying. Yet, their relationship continued long distance, and Michael even bought a house for them by the Mississippi River. Impressed by the picturesque area and cozy neighborhood, Danielle decided to move and live together. Michael found her an interesting job in the radio industry, and for a time, everything seemed perfect. Many years later, during the trial against Danielle, their 15-year-old daughter, Jaden, testified about her parents' relationship. She spoke of how Michael was an excellent father who did a lot for his family, while her brother Sawyer, aged 8, attended one of the best schools. However, Jayden described her mother as hysterical, manipulative, and toxic at times. She believed Danielle instigated all the conflicts at home, while Michael tried to keep the family in peace. But was it really as Jayden perceived? What caused the discord in what seemed like a happy and united family? Michael's new job brought increased responsibility and stress, straining his relationship with the management. To relax, he turned to alcohol, often staying out late and returning home intoxicated and angry. The tension at home was palpable, and despite Danielle's attempts to support him, Michael's promises to stop drinking were short-lived. One night, after missing a planned dinner, Michael slapped Danielle so forcefully that she staggered back, clothes and floor splattered with blood. In shock, she recoiled from her husband, who immediately apologized and took her to a doctor. The injuries were severe, and Danielle even had a chipped front tooth. The next day, Michael arranged a memorable dinner, attentive and caring, and his wife forgave him, not reporting the incident due to the state's strict domestic violence laws. This was not the first warning sign. Previously, at a concert, Michael hit Danielle after she chatted with an ex-boyfriend. Although she forgave him, blaming herself, the incident was a harbinger of things to come. In 2003, the Redlicks welcomed their first child, Jayden, and a year later, they legalized their relationship. Despite the challenges at work and the birth of their second child, Sawyer, the tension escalated, and Michael's drinking increased. One argument led to him grabbing Danielle by the throat and pinning her against the wall, terrifying her. Unable to tolerate the rough behavior, Danielle packed up and moved in with her relatives. Despite their initial disapproval of the marriage, they eventually came to terms with it. Michael repeatedly apologized and asked her to come back home, and their relationship was restored. However, the following years were unstable, with the Redlicks moving several times due to Michael's job. In California, both spouses were unemployed for a time, living off their savings. Another move to Indiana brought temporary financial improvement, but further strained their marital relationship. Danielle began to suspect Michael of infidelity due to his cold and distant behavior. Michael eventually confessed his health issues, leading to hormone injections to rejuvenate him physically and mentally. This increased his aggressiveness, and one morning, after a minor dispute, he choked Danielle, leaving her feeling like she was dying. Although they continued living together, their relationship had fundamentally changed. Michael's job at the University of Central Florida brought stability, and the family settled in Winter Park. Their home was impressive, and Danielle often retreated to the attic floor during Michael's bouts of anger. Despite the rejuvenation from hormone injections, their relationship remained tense, and Danielle developed an alcohol dependency. The numerous disputes led to their separation in 2016. Although Michael continued to support the children financially. In early October 2016, after an argument, Michael tried to run Danielle over with his car, but she managed to jump into the bushes. She went to the police, but later changed her mind about pressing charges. They reconciled and moved back in together, a fateful decision for both. On January 12, 2019, a 911 call reported Michael's death from a heart attack, but it was soon revealed he had been stabbed. Danielle's statements to the police changed multiple times, and forensic analysis confirmed that Michael had not inflicted the wound on himself. The investigation revealed a history of domestic violence and frequent arguments, leading to Michael's death. Danielle claimed self-defense, describing how Michael attacked her after seeing a message from another man. In fear and self-defense, she grabbed a knife and stabbed him. Despite her initial claims of a heart attack and later accusations of self-inflicted harm, forensic evidence and witness testimonies painted a complex picture. During the trial, the prosecution argued that the crime was premeditated, driven by Danielle's anger and resentment over Michael's infidelity and the impending divorce. However, the defense maintained that Danielle acted in self-defense, citing a history of emotional and physical abuse. Neighbors and family members confirmed frequent loud arguments and physical altercations, portraying Michael as kind and helpful, while Danielle was seen as quarrelsome. Ultimately, the jury found Danielle not guilty of premeditated murder, believing her actions were in self-defense. However, she was found guilty of tampering with evidence and received a 5-year suspended sentence. Having already served 3 years, she was released in August 2022. What do you think? Was the verdict fair, or were the jurors cleverly misled into believing that Danielle's actions were justified? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more shocking stories. Thanks for watching.